Gopal, Madhav, Lucky, Laxman and Laxman too are orphans in an orphanage in Ooty managed by businessman Joy Jamnadas. Gopal is afraid of ghosts. Lucky is mute and Laxman has a speech impediment. The boys find a baby girl and take her in, naming her Khushi. They care for her and are also aware of librarian Anna's ability to see ghosts and spirits. One day, when Madhav pranks and scares the timid Gopal in an empty bungalow, a fight ensues between the boys. Gopal gets punished, which prompts Gopal and Laxman to leave the orphanage. And soon, Madhav, Lucky and Laxman also do the same. Khushi is later adopted by the loving Colonel Chauhan and his wife. Some years later, Gopal and Laxman work for Babali Bhai and Madhav. Lucky and Laxman work for Vasuli Bhai. The group reunites after learning about Jamnadas' demise. Returning to the orphanage after 25 years, they meet Kaul, Chauhan, Anna and Pappy, another orphan from the orphanage who has frequent memory loss. They meet a girl who they think is the bungalow's caretaker, Damini, and learn about Khushi's demise. At an event after Jamnadas' funeral, businessman Vasu Reddy reveals the orphanage would be demolished and moved elsewhere in plans to make his own building. When the group leaves the orphanage and returns, a ghost possesses Laxman and speaks in Nana Patekar's voice, which scares Gopal. Next, the ghost possesses Madhav and prompts Vasuli to give them a task, indirectly bringing the three back to Ooty. A scared Gopal calls Anna, who reveals that there is a spirit in their house and suggests him and Laxman to move to Kaul Chauhan's house. Upon reaching Ooty, the two groups start fighting each other out of anger. The three try to scare Gopal into leaving the house, but Gopal gets possessed and beats Lucky and Laxman badly. Later, Vasu Reddy assigns Madhav, Lucky and Laxman to burn down the house. But things go awry when Lucky gets possessed by the spirit and starts talking, which scares the group. The two groups then decide to leave, but Anna and Damini convince them to stay for the birthday celebration, and the group makes amends. The four find that Gopal has fallen in love with Damini and force him to confess his feelings. Pappy arrives and is shown that he cannot see her, revealing that the girl they assumed to be Damini is actually someone else who is a ghost, while the real Damini is Pappy's girlfriend. The boys get terrified and try to escape the house along with Pappy, Babali Bhai and Vasuli Bhai after Damini confesses it herself. Anna arrives and stops them and explains to them that the ghost is none other than their childhood friend Khushi. A flashback narrated by Khushi explains how her boyfriend, Nikhil Surana, a young businessman and Jamnadas' nephew, killed him in order to obtain the orphanage in his name and demolish it for the construction of a site. Upon confronting him and threatening to go to the police, Khushi was strangled to death by Nikhil. With the help of Vasu Reddy, he managed to prove the killings to be accidents. However, Khushi's spirit came for help to Anna, who was surprised that the boys could see Khushi and eventually brought them to the house to help get justice for Khushi. Back to the present. Gopal thrashes the goons sent by Vasu Reddy while the rest of the boys, who wanted to stay away from the matter, get emotionally convinced to stay. They convince Gopal to stop chasing the goons and later almost manage to scare Vasu into confessing the truth. But Nikhil arrives before they can and reveals that there is no evidence to prove him guilty. This leads to a fight, during which Khushi attacks and nearly kills Nikhil but is calmed down by Anna, and Vasu convinces Nikhil to confess. With the orphanage saved, Khushi's spirit departs to heaven after bidding goodbye to the boys and Anna.